めでとう博士。まずは乾杯。乾杯。
Hello, I unmuted myself for a change. Welcome to Cocktail Night for Coffee and Kaiju, sponsored by Hams. It'll be refreshing. And hanging out with us tonight, we got Mr. Richard Cox, fresh from Coffee and Kaiju 2 weeks ago. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. It's Saturday night. I got beer, hanging out with my friends.
I'll get better as the beer goes along.
Yeah, or worse. Either way, it'll be something.
I'll speak my mind.
Yeah. We also got Nev. Hey, Nev.
What's up, guys?
How are you? Yeah. Oh, what kind of can's that? Is that like a limited edition?
No, it's just a koozie on top.
Oh, it's a koozie. Okay, I got you.
Like
I thought it was like a throwback. Yeah, I thought it was like a throwback.
No.
Speaking of throwbacks, guy we haven't had hanging out in a while, but he's here tonight, Mr. David Dobko from Collect All Monsters. How you doing, buddy?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to you. What are you drinking? Whiskey?
I am, and it's kind of dangerous because it's evening for you guys. It's late afternoon for me, so this is kind of like late afternoon day drinking. I'm pretty much done after this. Like I'm like done. So anyway, cheers.
Day drinking's the best drinking.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. True, it is, but it's definitely takes its toll when you get to be. You guys realize I'm going to be? I shouldn't even say this. I'm going to be 60 in November. Can you believe?
Are you really?
I am really.
You look great. I look 60.
Thank you.
No, I would have not guessed that. Yeah.
Well, miles.
Maybe I probably shouldn't have just announced it because maybe keep you guys guessing. But yeah,
we're just here to hear your wisdom tonight. Man.
Oh, my wisdom. Yeah, that does not.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Speaking of
here's some wisdom that I did hear regarding drinking and getting older. And I think there's probably some truth to it because if you're like me, I've realized in the last like couple of years as I got 49, 50, 51 now, that I get really bad, like my heart races at night when I drink, when I'm in bed. So a lot of people were saying, I'm in a Gen X Reddit group, and the solution to that apparently is to do what you're doing and drink earlier in the day so that by the time you go to bed, the alcohol is mostly out of your system, and then your body's not trying to, because I guess what happens is your body's trying to go to sleep, but the alcohol's making your body feel more awake.
It's
and there's like that.
Yeah.
And that's when you have that.
And have a nice glass of water there too.
Well, yeah.
Drink a lot of water.
Definitely drink a lot of water.
Hydrate, man.
But real quick, speaking of
cheers,
wisdom,
Ray.
What's up, Ray? Hey, what's up, Ray? I saw Ray at Monster Palooza. Ray was there hanging out in California with us. So
nice
to see you, Ray.
Nice.
So
thanks for joining.
So Richard.
Sir.
I got kicked off of your great let's see, I can't even think. Club Tokyo because I changed credit cards. And I know, speaking of wisdom, I need that wisdom because I have nowhere to refer to when I try to find information about some of the stuff that we all love. And it's like, I'll tell you what, I've been meaning to do it. Now that I see you here tonight, I'm going to do it as soon as we get this finished, because I need to join that. And if anybody needs any kind of information about any of these great Sofubi and collectibles, Club Tokyo, man, you got to check it out. It's
all the Patreon really does, honestly, is pay for it. We're not making any money off of it, believe me.
No, but it's just a resource that if you ever want to sell anything, if you ever want to like refer to something, I started to archive my entire Sofubi collection on our group and Collect All Monsters, and I got so caught up I can't read the header cards, and I used to just go right to Club Tokyo and get all the information from there, but I don't have it, so I had to fudge it, and I got some things wrong, so I'm like, I'm just gonna put what the name of it is. I'm not even going to put
The
the
site's still up there though.
Yeah, but you can't access it without the
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I
I
thought
mean,
there
I
was.
want your
Patreon
money,
just
don't get me
Patreon
wrong.
just helps them out.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
I
I want your
could-
money, so
Well, I'm
should
going to
lie
give you
to
my money
but
because it's. I appreciate, and we all should appreciate that resource.
it's,
But
yeah.
anyway,
I don't want to dig into it, but I mean,
it's a good.
we
It's a great.
we almost took the site, as some of you know, however many years ago, just because it just is. It gets expensive.
I know. Yeah.
But
I remember when I was helping you guys do all the images and shit, and Johnson would tell me like, this shit's gonna get crazy.
it's all his collection now. I have notes of stuff that's like I need to put up from my collection that I won't say he doesn't have because it's him.
Right.
But he doesn't have pictures up yet. Like I got a few toy graph stuff, for example, that I
Yeah.
know he doesn't have up, but
It's incredibly complete, and it's very
No.
like I said, it's invaluable if you want to sort of like refer to something and you're
Yeah,
not quite
I mean,
sure.
yeah,
You know.
it kind of goes back to what I bitch about social media about is it's great for talking to people, but if you want to post like whatever your toy is or you have a question in 5 minutes, it's gone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
never to be seen again.
Yeah,
And that's why discussion boards are always
I
better.
still use Club Tokyo just for referencing vintage shit or
Yep.
what stuff looks like, and
Variations, man.
there's
There's so many-
variations are key because Johnson buys every little fucking thing, and it's
Yes.
because they're all different. Like this one may have a yellow spray on the shoulders,
Yeah.
but this one's got yellow spray on the hands, or just little stuff like that.
And and shit, I forget what variations are what on the vintage stuff, and that's my jam. It's
Oh, yeah.
Do I actually have that Gomez? I don't know. Is that one a real Gomez? I don't know that either.
Exactly.
Anyway, it's a great resource. I'm sure everybody watching is aware of Club Tokyo. If you're not, you should check it out. But
Yes.
Anyway, back to
Speaking
Brian.
of watching, I don't know how many people we're going to get watching tonight on a Saturday night, but we'll see. I feel like we lose the Rich ESO audience without Rich being on, but this will be
talk to you guys.
this will be on the internet for forever in perpetuity, as long as YouTube exists. People can be like, I'm going to go back and see what those guys were doing that one Saturday when they talked about weird collectible shit, which is what we're talking about, weird collectible shit tonight. But I mean, really, we're just going to hang out. David, I'm going to put
Yes,
you
sir.
on the big screen because you have not been on Coffee and Kaiju or a cocktail hour since you moved. I think the last time you were on, you were just moving.
Yeah, the last time I was on, I know we did one when I was still in New Jersey, staying with my mom before the house was built. We did one from New Jersey, and I think we did actually one from here.
I think you did, but you guys weren't in all the way or something like that.
Yeah, I think I was.
You could like hear
guest.
you echoing through the halls of your house as you talk.
Yeah.
Like it was you had just moved in. So I want to put you on solo because that's a nice looking collection room you got behind you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, this is
good.
This is actually
Well lit.
Thank you. I still have to get strips, underneath here, like some people have to sort of, because this shelf up here, you can't really see stuff. But anyway, yeah, this is actually our garage. It's kind of like a finished garage, and we
nice.
redid the floors, and there's actually a second air conditioner in here because you guys know the desert gets pretty damn hot. So it's about 105 out right now, but in here it's like 80. It's nice. So but this is where a lot of the collection is. There's actually some. I have a little alcove. I'll post some pictures later in the group that shows my tower of Sofubi. It's actually in the house. It's away from this area, but this is most of my X Plus, my model kits, some artwork, and I have a little custom workbench over here that I can build my models on. It's actually
awesome.
It's actually a lot of space, and I'm pretty stoked. I have all my vintage Bandais up over there. But yeah, it's good. It's actually a lot more room than I had in Seattle. It's spread out a little bit more. It's not as compact in that one room, but I'm pretty happy here. And again, it's good as long as I can keep the room cool, and because I don't want this shit to melt. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty hot. It gets pretty hot, and for someone who wasn't really a fan of the heat most of my life, it's kind of interesting that I decided to move down here. However, my body is adjusting to it. Like now, like 95 is like a walk in the park for me. I'm like, 95, no big deal, no big deal.
Man,
And
I'm
it
ready to
is,
kill somebody.
the cliche that you hear all the time. Well, it's a dry heat. It is a dry heat. There's no humidity in the air, so it does kind of make a difference. And now that we have the pool, yesterday I was in the pool all day, and it was like 102, and I felt like nothing. It was like nothing. So it's good. It's a great place. It is the suburbs. I mean, I'm not in the city anymore. First time in my life I've not lived in an urban area, and that takes a little bit of getting used to. But we are 2 hours from LA, and love to have all three of you. Please come visit. We're talking about Monster Palooza. Maybe next year, come out. We'll do like a desert. We'll do like how about like a toy safari photo shoot in Joshua Tree? That sounds like
and we'll all do peyote.
Well, hey, I didn't say no to that either. Cheers to that. But yeah, cool. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh man, thanks for coming on. Here, I redid my bar recently. It's not really very Godzilla centric, but it's super like retro. So I've got like all my vintage beer cans that I got out of my great aunt's basement. She had like 10 million vintage beer cans.
That's cool.
So I went through and got a bunch of those, and
those are the ones you sent me, right?
Yeah, I sent Nev some. I sent you a hams, and what did I send you? I sent you a few other ones, right?
It was Blitz and something else.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Some of them are really funny, dude. Some of the stuff, there's like one called Old Froth and Slosh.
I can go for a Froth and Slosh right now.
Froth and Slosh. That's a great bar.
Old Froth and Slosh. That's called. Yeah. And then I got I got my neon back there, and got my neon Godzilla up there. So it turned out pretty good.
I think it looks great. You got to light it a little better, my friend. Can't see it.
Oh no, it's usually well lit. If I turn the lights on, it's like you're staring into the sun. On camera. Yeah, no. If I turn the lights on behind me, it's all washed out. You won't be able to see anything.
You'll have cool backlighting though.
Yeah.
We can see you. That's all that counts, really, right?
Yeah. There's also I can't get them down, but there's 4 different beers up there, and they're called Jenny and then the first one is Jenny in the morning, and then it goes throughout the day, and Jenny gets she gets more attractive as the day goes on, according to the beer. I think, if I'm looking at it properly, it's hard to see in the dark, but there's like 4 different ones, and Jenny, or maybe she's just in different states of dishevelment as the day goes on. But it's like Jenny in the morning, Jenny at noon, Jenny in the evening, Jenny at night, or something like that. And like those are down there too.
Hey Brian, is this 8675309 Jenny? Is that
no? This is well before the 8675309 Jenny. These beer cans are they're like the thick metal. You know what I mean? They're like they're like the real old school 50s and 60s beer cans.
Yeah, I think one of the hams ones is like a barrel.
Yeah, I have one of those behind me too. Yeah,
they're really thick.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I was down there and I was like, I got to send some of these to Nev. She had
so the next time I'm at my mom's house, Brian, I wish I would have known you were doing this bar redo. I have all these vintage mirrors that I won from the Seaside Boardwalk.
And those are the best.
So cool there, like AC/DC and Foreigner and
some of those,
and Aerosmith and all that. They would look really cool there because that's total Gen X shit right there.
Yeah. I used to have a Def Leppard one that I won at the Boardwalk and down at Wildwood.
Yep. And it had that cheap wooden frame on it, right? And if you look at it wrong, it breaks. Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so we're gonna talk about weird collectible shit. I guess that's ostensibly the reason we all got together, but it's really just to hang out. But I guess we'll go in no particular order. But I know Nev, I know you have a ton of weird, oddball stuff.
I'll do show 1, and then we could pass around.
This
is a blow mold Red King.
That's cool.
Silver spray. It's still in the bag, and it's unpunched header card. I mean, look at that header card.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Fearless and fucking Godzilla and a bootleg ass Titanosaurus.
My
I love the
collection
color.
series.
My collection series, yeah. And there's another one too. It's like a darker green or sorry, like a darker navy blue and silver. There's a little bit of gold on it too, but like it's I had to get it because it was in the bag.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Where does
Even
one find that stuff?
like-
Nev? Like where does one find that stuff?
This was on YJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I popped up on YJ. But even like in the bag, you can see some of the paint already wore off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it's even opened up.
It's like it must have did it because in the fact or no, you can see like the flakes of like paint in the bag, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent sized figure too. I mean, it's probably like 9-10 inches.
I love that.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
Love.
yeah.
Starting
That's
off
cool
with a
as well.
bang.
Starting off with a bang.
Yep.
Next,
Got you, David.
All right, so I was a little bit like sort of like didn't know whether it was like a weird creature or a weird thing or whatever. So anyway, I chose a couple things, and I'm going to start with this. And it's not that weird, but it's
I
pretty
love
freaking
that
cool.
thing. Yeah.
This is Kaiju Cream.
Yeah. So
It's
awesome.
weird. It's weird, and it just makes perfect sense, and it's just beautiful. And this is one of the figures that lives actually in my kitchen because
That's so cool.
It just looks so delicious. And,
Who makes that?
This is
that
oh my
tattoo
God.
guy, right?
Octeal.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, see, that's the problem with day drinking. Like again, like it might be good.
There's no
health-wise.
problem with day drinking.
Yeah, well, I can't even say who made it. Octeal. It's made by him. He's a great tattoo artist, great guy, great collector, and he's
That's super cool.
super talented.
Looking
And
for stuff at G Fest. He seems like a nice dude.
if you see him this year, definitely go hang out with him. He's really funny. He kind of reminds me of you, Nev, a little bit. Like
He's got the long dreads, right?
yes, a very like very chill guy, and he loves this stuff. And as you can see, it comes through in his beautiful artwork. So
Yeah,
Kaiju
that's really cool.
Cream, not so weird, but I think it's weirdly awesome. So that's
Yeah,
it.
it's super cool.
Yep.
It's so cool. You did say artwork and you did say Nev, so and we are talking about weird collectibles. So this is a weird collectible that you should definitely jump on.
Oh, I want it. Definitely want that.
Ah!
Yes, Ride the Lightning. I want that so bad. I have to get it.
Dude, I am so stupidly excited
there
for
any
this
left?
shirt.
Yeah, I'm closing pre-orders on Wednesday.
Okay,
and then,
I'll do it
that's
tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
do it
not gonna do it again.
Yeah, I still have to get it too.
See,
You know,
crazy.
I've got
I-
all the other ones.
Pre-orders.
the problem is
but-
with t-shirts, I gained a little bit of weight and I don't want to go a size up. So it's like, damn, what am I going to do? So I'll just get it, just lose weight and wear it when I'm thinner.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm getting a double XL for me because I'm a fat fuck. But yeah, you know it's funny because last time I did these, I think I only got 10, and I think I'm in like 20 pre-orders now, which is awesome. So thanks everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, closing on Wednesday, and then it'll be a couple weeks before I'm hoping to get them done by before G Fest, then ship them out before G Fest too.
So I'll
It's-
order mine and then I'll post it on Collect All Monsters so people can see, but I'm going to get mine
Perfect.
first before it sells
Yeah,
out.
it's so cool. Like honestly, I would buy a print of that and just,
Me too.
and just hang
It's
it
great.
up.
It's great.
It's so funny, dude.
It's an
I got
album
so
cover.
many-
That's an album cover right there.
I got so many people commented on the Megalon shirt I did that was based off the Mayhem.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
film. I figured I have to do this one, and it took me a
you
while.
should
to
redo the Megalon one, honestly, because
Everyone asked
I
for the-
still have that Megalon one. I cut the sleeves off. I wear it to the gym.
Yeah. Every time I go to G Fest, someone walks up to me, at least two people, like, dude, you need to do a reprint. I'm like, I'm not.
That Megalon one's classic.
Dude, I love the Matango one. I love
The
it.
I've
Matango-
got
Yeah, they're all
Matango.
good.
I've got
Yeah,
they're
Matango.
also
good.
I've got Yogg too.
Yeah, Yogg was
I got-
awesome.
I've got
now we're
two,
back.
so I need three. I need
Oh,
Gabriel will make
I've also
three.
got the Hedro one,
And
Yeah.
there was a Kumunga one.
and I've got the
Kumonga.
Kumonga one, and
I don't even think I saw
ordered
the
the
Kumonga
Biollante.
one.
but
There was
never
the
had, like,
Biollante one. I did the print on the sleeves. It was her.
That's the long sleeve one. Yep.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But yeah, so you can get this from
Great stuff.
Gruesome Graphics, right? Go to
Yeah,
look up
just-
Gruesome Graphics
Go
on.
to Instagram, go to the link tree, and then it'll pop you there. So appreciate
Yeah.
it.
If
Love
you're
it.
watching this before, Wednesday, June 11th, you can still get it. So there you go. Yeah, that thing's cool as shit. Yeah, I don't have nearly as much off the wall, like super cool off the wall stuff. I just have weird stuff that is like what even is that? Like, so I have this. I got this at Spencer's Gifts when I was in high
love
school. I
Spencer's.
think it was a junior in high school. And there's no rhyme or reason for this thing to exist. And it's been in my collection. And I mean, this would have been when I was my collection was like my Shogun Warriors and like 2 Bandais. So I've had this thing forever, but it is a ring.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's
62
just
Godzilla ring.
randomly got the 62 Godzilla in it.
I'd wear the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, it's so small. Like, I mean, you can do the stretch out thing, I suppose, but yeah, it's pretty tiny.
Is it actually metal? Like a hard metal?
Yeah, it's actually yeah.
Yeah, but that, you stretch it out too much, that metal's gonna snap.
Yeah,
So
that's
don't
why
stretch it out.
it just sits on a shelf.
I love it.
But I mean, I've
that.
had this thing since, like I said, junior high. This thing has moved like 6 times with me and made it. You know what I mean? So that's super old. And then this I also got when I was in high school, and I don't even it's a gyrus. I don't know. It was on a guy's table. I said, "How much do you want for that?" He said, "I'll give me 25 cents for it." I gave him 25 cents for it. I've had it since high school.
So
but the weird thing about this thing is, if you see it, he's missing his hand, one of his hands.
Oh.
The hand is right here, though. You can't see it, but it's right there.
Yeah, you can see
And
it.
for whatever reason, this is a rubber figure. For whatever reason, the hand, it's like it magnetizes itself to him.
Okay, that's weird.
It's
Weird.
Extremely strange, right?
That's strange.
So like, no matter where I put it, it just sticks to him like a magnet.
I was gonna say, like, it looked like one of those the Popey Keshi figures from that set, but if it's magnetized, then probably not.
But it's rubber. That's the, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well,
it's
the Keshi
like
figures
legit.
are rubber because I know I got the sets there, but yeah,
So like, I don't know why it would magnetize. It's the strangest thing. Somebody who's a scientist can tell me in the comments, because
witchcraft.
There's no rhyme or reason for why that would magnetize.
I would
say
magic. Yeah, it's magic. Wow, that's
so. Like I said, I've had
weird.
that also since high school. Yeah, it's weird, right?
I think it's weird and awesome.
Yeah, it's something. Oh, we got some more people. Hey, Steven, thanks for joining us. Rich, you got anything weird on hand?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's weird, but one thing I collect that I don't know if anyone else really does is, you're familiar with Masadaya? They produce like a whole bunch of stuff like in the 60s. And
yes. Yep.
But they did a series of hand puppets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Pagila.
And you can see on the back, I mean, hand puppet, and in the back it actually says Ultra Q.
That's awesome, Rich. I love that.
Yeah, I love the color on this one.
Oh,
but I got this one. I've got a really dirty old beat up brown one, and this one's like, it's got cardboard in it because it's like really like rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make an awesome.
how
I've always wanted, but I could never afford it.
Awesome what?
Red King.
Yeah. And here's a blue one.
I've never seen the Pagila before. I love Pagila and Chandler.
He's my favorite.
Those monsters.
So I got those 3, and one that's just adorable that I also have is this guy.
Gomez.
And again,
Awesome.
also,
What
so I love them, and they actually, it's cool because they actually made these before they started making figures. So these are like some of the first Ultra Cool toys that were ever made, and they're
awesome.
At least the ones I've picked up so far, they're not that expensive. But I mean, they are just little, hand puppets. So they're not
for little hands. Yeah. That's
cool.
Well,
little kids, right? I mean, that's why vintage is fun.
I love that.
Yeah, they're good. And I don't know of anyone else who collects them.
I've never seen this. First ones I've seen in person. I mean,
1966 is when they started.
That's cool.
Every time.
That's so cool. Stephen S. Does it cling to other metal? So I just tried to cling it to the ring, and no, it did not cling to the ring. It only clings to it only loves itself.
Wait, we have James Hartman, Brian. We have James Hartman.
Holy shit, James Hartman's here.
I just saw James last week.
He owes me a burrito.
Hi, James.
Stop the presses. James Hartman is here. That is crazy.
The last time we were all together with James Hartman, I think, was Giordano's.
Probably.
Yeah, it was a while ago. That's awesome. Hi, James.
Hi, James. Good. Yeah.
Crazy. James is
crazy. It is crazy. All right, cool. Nev, you got some other crazy stuff? Weird, wild stuff?
Shit. This one, ironically, is made by Marusan. So, it's a Triceratops stegosaurus. The head's a little loose. They got it for pretty cheap. But these figures, they did a couple different dinosaur figures that came with figures based off a manga. It looks like a black and white Steamboat Willie monkey. There's another stand-up dinosaur, but this thing's fucking rules. It's got some engraving on the bottom, but
I love it.
it's just awesome. It looks like a Pachi Kaiju figure, but it was made by Maruzan, so it's
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That reminds me of I used to collect them when I was a kid, and I still have some of them. They weren't quite as junky as the single color plastic dinosaurs. They were like that style, but they were actually painted nicely and stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of them were like
I know
Dungeons
exactly
and Dragons monsters. There were a lot of those mixed in with them. And
There
now
was
like
the
they
one
go
that
for
looked like an armadillo, like battle cat that was
Yes.
blue and had tusks
Yep.
and shit. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And now they
Those
go for a
pretty-
fortune on eBay. Just like the
Yeah.
individual ones go for so much money on eBay. I actually won a lot of just random assortment of stuff, and some of them were mixed in with there. I don't know if the guy didn't know.
You can go to like any like toy show, like, and they're all in dump bins, like, 5 for 10 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I had so many of those things. They were cool. I have a bunch in my my NES in my little section over there.
Nice.
I guess we'll keep it moving and go back to David.
All right.
David has a ton
So
of
again, the things that I think are weird probably aren't all that weird, but a lot of us don't think any of this stuff is weird because we think it's awesome, but awesomely weird, I'm going to say. And I showed the guys this in the just before we came on. This is a squeaky Dada head.
Yeah, I love that.
We got this. I got this in 2014 at the Ultraman Festival in Ikebukuro in Tokyo, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a dog, but it was just in this big barrel full of Dada heads that squeak. So I just thought that was cool, and I love Dada as one of my favorite monsters from Ultraman, one of my favorite aliens, and I just hope the dog never actually gets a hold of it, because I mean, if they chewed it up, because my dogs, destroy things in like 30 seconds. If you put a squeaky toy down, my Boston Terrier will disembowel it within minutes. So yeah. So this is cool, weird, cool, and
That's awesome.
And I got another weird thing to go along with it. Now, Bandai Premium put out a Frankenstein monster a couple of years back, maybe 5 or 6 years already, and the set actually came with
the hand.
Hand. Oh wait, did this come with the Baragon or the Frankenstein?
Oh, that's so cool.
Baragon, I think.
I think it came. Which one?
I thought it came with the Baragon. Didn't
Came
it?
with the Baragon. See,
I can't remember.
Thank you for jogging my memory. See, day drinking again. See, scratching my head on that one. So, or you could be like the one from Saturday Night Live. And I'm Goonies, the whole thing. But this is the Frankenstein monster's hand that escapes from the bucket of solution, and just terrorizes some nurses in the hospital in Hiroshima. So just a really weird, random thing to go with your figure. And if you didn't see the movie, you're not really into this stuff. You're like, why do you have a disembodied hand in your collection? But that's it. The Frankenstein monsters.
Why not?
Why not? And I do think this is pretty weird. It's pretty random and pretty weird.
That's cool.
I got to raise you on your squeaker thing too, just real quick.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I have a Pegula, a bootleg Pegula.
Oh my god!
It's also a squeaker.
Oh god!
And they made a bunch of these, and I've seen them.
Adorable.
What I've ever won. The thing is cute as shit.
It looks like HR
cool.
Puffin stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It looks like puppet stuff.
It's awesome. There's a bunch of them, but it definitely squeaks. He's cool. He's my friend.
I love him.
Yeah,
I love
He's
it.
awesome.
That's weird and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, let's see. I have like a lot of old shit. So this is other shit. I've had these. Well, one was mine, one was my sister's, but my sister's became mine when I became an adult. But we were kids. I was probably 8. And we got these, and they are.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
I remember those.
Yeah, they are. I feel like they were probably pretty common, but you don't really see them.
Mm-mm.
I mean, especially like these are both in really good shape. The Godzilla, his Godzilla his tattoo is misprinted on his chest.
He was drunk.
Yeah, Godzuki's
He was
fine.
day drinking.
I actually have 2 Godzillas. I have one that as a child I meticulously peeled all of the lettering off of his chest because it really bothered me and it made no sense to me that Godzilla would have Godzilla written on his chest.
I would have done that same thing.
Yeah, and as a kid with at a time when there were no Godzilla toys to play with, like this was my Godzilla toy. You know what I mean? Like this was my Godzilla. So I peeled that off his chest and I plucked his this out because I was like, that's also stupid.
Yeah.
So later on I ended up adopting another one. But yeah,
Well, clearly they're from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and
yes.
they look like something that you would win at the boardwalk in one of those wheels. That's what it, totally see them hanging up in a thing. Like, okay, you win your choice, and I'll take Godzuki.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't really see them
I've never
for sale.
never seen it.
They don't really pop up very often. So
they're cool.
They're pretty.
I didn't even know you had
those.
those.
They're cool. Yeah, they're in. I keep them in the cabinet with my vintage stuff because I mean, theoretically they are vintage. I think they're from like 1978. So
no, you keep them on your bedspread. Come on, man. They're not in no cabinet.
No. Yeah, Godzilla. The Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is. As a kid, I thought that was like the coolest cartoon ever, and it's unwatchable.
A lot of those Hanna-Barberas are very unwatchable. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like the commercials are cool, but then you actually watch it, like this is why America's stupid because this was trash.
It was total trash. And then for some reason my feed, I'm getting this. I belong to one of these retro Facebook groups, and Thundar the Barbarian keeps coming up on there. It's like, okay, let's just take Star Wars and Star Wars and Conan and mix it together.
Yeah.
And but no, it's I see, Brian, you liked the Godzilla cartoon. I always hated it because I thought it was so wrong, even as a little kid. That's just the way I am. No, that's not right. Godzilla doesn't sound like that. The dorsal plates are wrong.
Oh, the Godzilla roar being
this
just
is why you hate the American Godzilla too.
No,
I was going on record. I'll actually say that the '98 Godzilla cartoon is even better than the Hanna-Barbera bullshit.
Yeah.
As much as
Big Ken.
What's up, Ken?
Good.
Brian is for a new Gen X hat. Yeah, if you want to be cool like Brian, go buy a hat or shirt or mug. Yes, Gen X Lounge hats, shirts, mugs.
So are we all Gen X here? Everybody here? Or
I think so. Yeah.
Nev's youngest.
What's
Nev's
that?
a baby, I think.
I'm 43.
Nev's a baby. Okay.
Yeah, Nev's still a baby. But yes, we have a store. There is Gen X Lounge stuff, and there is Coffee and Kaiju stuff. I haven't put a link to the store out yet because the store's stupid. TeePublic is dumb, and when you first set up a store, they don't let anyone find you, by searching for you. So if you go to TeePublic and type in Gen X Lounge to look for like a Gen X Lounge
it doesn't show
hat
up,
or mug or anything, or Coffee and Kaiju, it doesn't show up. You have to literally go through the link. Yeah. So I've sent the link to a few people. I know Ken has bought some stuff. Yeah. I need to finish tweaking the actual store. I have some more designs I want to add and just other stuff. I think once all that's done, then they'll probably let it be a public thing. I don't know.
Brian,
I need a coffee.
Show us the design on your hat because I know a lot of people might want to see it. It's like kind of the Electric Company-esque design.
It is Electric. It's straight up from the Electric Company.
I love it. That was one of my favorite.
That's not the hat. That's Rich. Hang on.
Hello.
Yeah,
Rich isn't a hat.
I want a t-shirt. Yeah. That's great. That's so great.
Yeah. Somebody said, hang on, I lost it. Where's it at?
I need a coffee.
I need a coffee and kaiju mug. Yeah, so there are coffee and kaiju mugs. There's also coffee and kaiju coffee like tumblers, like the bigger size ones. There's t-shirts, there's hats, there's stickers, there's magnets, there's all kinds of stuff. I'll put a link to the store on my YouTube channel, and then I'll just blast it out at some point. But I'll finish the store up this weekend. But it's basically there. Rich, what do you got? That's weird and wild stuff.
What am I going to show you? Okay, I'll show you these first. These, because Nev showed his little rubber figures earlier, are all little rubber bulldog figures.
Yeah,
that's still bagged.
Wow,
that's great.
Instead of 6, and the header cards are still great. Like, I'll grab one. Like,
yeah, let's see a header card close up.
It looks a lot like the red.
Is that Magara?
Yeah, the artwork's great on there.
But so this one is a green Mogera, no antenna.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the plastic's like really soft.
And they're like pretty decent size, right? They're like almost 2 inches, 3 inches, something like
Yeah,
that.
they're about 2 right here.
Yeah, they're pretty
This is
decent.
Minya. This is another one I
they're
don't think
so
a lot
neat.
of people know about, or
Are they like eraser material, like the rubber?
they feel like it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they actually meant to be erasers or no?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
Maybe, but I'm
No,
not.
just there was an influx of all that material, so they just made figures of them.
Yeah. And I've
feel
seen
like-
them for sale on like a completed display, which is like a flat board.
Yeah.
Too. But yeah, so
they're
this
super cool.
a pink Mechagodzilla, a pink Baragon.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
see how they sometimes have their tails curled around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Gabra,
Oh,
Yeah,
Gabra's
there you
cool.
go.
Not enough Gabra
That's
in my
cool.
life.
and then Gorosaurus. And you can see like he looks a little weird
Yeah.
because it's the back, but you can see his tail
His tail is tucked behind
all
him.
the way
Yeah.
up to there on his back. So yeah,
That's cool.
these 6 guys. I don't know how hard they are to find, but I've not seen many of them. And
I haven't
they're
seen
kinda cool.
many in the header with the like intact with the header card and bag.
Yeah, they're pretty.
You know,
great.
seeing all these header cards that you guys are showing on these sort of obscure figures, someone needs to create a book with header card art. Wouldn't that be a cool book?
Yeah.
I would definitely. I think
There's
we'd
a
all buy
couple
that book.
There's a couple of Japanese books that do feature
Do they
header
do
cards.
that?
In them. They're not
Are
like
they-
what you're saying, where it's basically like cool header
Everything.
card art. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's some that actually show the header cards. It's usually like Marmot stuff, I think, if I'm remembering.
I think it would be cool to just see all this because there is an art to this, and
Yeah.
and the header cards are what attracts the kids initially to buy this stuff. And you know, sometimes the figure actually measures up to the awesomeness of the header card, and sometimes it doesn't. But
Oh,
that's all good,
There are
you know?
absolutely toys in my collection I got for the packaging.
Yep.
Totally.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
Couldn't
For sure.
care about what's in it. I'm like, that's an awesome box. I want
Yep, exactly.
it. The other art guy knows.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
well, it's just like the Aurora model kits, the vintage ones. The kit themselves is worth shit. It's the actual box art intact that's worth all the money. You know,
I have the original Aurora Godzilla. To me, it's the exception just because it's bright pink.
see the original.
Yeah.
for
The
me
toy
was,
is pink.
was the glow one. I didn't get the long box. I started with the glow one. I didn't even know the long
Yeah.
boxes existed. So I missed that part, but my first ones are the glow monsters, and that was my go-to like reference to anything. Like I was mesmerized by those boxes. Those and the prehistoric scenes too.
I had a couple of the Universal ones when I was a kid. I think I had Frankenstein.
You
I'm
probably
sure
did.
I had 1 or 2 others, but I vividly remember Frankenstein putting it together and attaching him. I think it was like a graveyard.
Yep.
stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember popping him on it. I just random memory from childhood.
It's where it all began.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. The caveman scene. That was the dinosaur scenes. It had like a bunch of caveman figures, right?
Prehistoric scenes, yeah, and all the
Yeah, the
bases
prehistoric scenes,
Brian
that's what it was
snapped
called.
together. Remember that? Like
Yeah,
you get the
yeah.
whole set, and they never
Yeah.
actually fit right together. But there was a cave woman, there was a Cro-Magnon man, and there was a Neanderthal man.
Yeah.
And I just I remember there was a big scandal that the box art showed the Neanderthal man throwing a rock at an Allosaurus, and so Allosaurus is not included in this box. It's like the box is only this big.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not included in there.
Yeah.
But no, that to me is my vintage childhood in a nutshell. And before there was anything Godzilla, you know, the Allosaurus and the Pteranodon would stand in for Godzilla and Rodan for me in my collection.
Yep.
For me,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
the Godzilla's
absolutely.
gang figures.
Which one?
The Godzilla's gang figures.
See,
Oh, yeah.
we didn't
That's
get
why-
those in South Jersey. I never saw those.
No, I never saw them
spent,
either.
I spent
Never
like,
saw them.
people talk about holy grails and stuff. I spent 10 years hunting down all of those bagged and finally did it a few years ago. And got
That's great.
That header card is
Were they
simple.
sold at Spencer's or something like that? Weren't they?
Not
They were
dispensed by
everywhere.
me. Not the one
They
by
were-
me.
Yeah,
that's
not.
for sure.
Yeah, I know. I never remember seeing them as a
I just
kid.
remember playing
Although
with
I
them
don't know
in
how
my
often I went to
driveway.
Spencer's as a kid either. To be fair.
So Brian, we had to go to Philly because John Ruffin got all of his in this old vintage
As a
shop in
little kid.
Philadelphia in South Street. So he got all of his Godzilla gang stuff there. But
There's that awesome display. Too. I think Cox, you showed me that. It's that really cool, like it's like a giant header card.
I've got a
Yeah,
picture.
it's like a counter display. Yeah.
So I can tell you, there was one because I mean Godzilla's gang is kind of I fucking love those things.
Yeah.
I found one. I found someone who had one and sold it, and I started with that dude and hunted until I found it.
Oh, you did get
Dude,
it,
and the dude wouldn't let it go.
Dick.
And so then I actually found. I know. And then I actually found. God, I have pictures of all this. You can message me later. I'll show you. I found pictures of like the again art dude. I found pictures of the paste up prototypes.
Oh,
yeah.
But I've
that's
never actually
great.
gotten close enough to own one. But I would like,
I
would do
did see
things
a
I shouldn't say.
Rodan
This is being
prototype.
recorded.
I saw a Rodan prototype, and it was much larger than the actual figures. Obviously, this was for Popey versus Godzilla Gang.
Yeah.
But like, I was shocked at how larger it was than the actual molds themselves. But Popey and Godzilla Gang are criminally underrated.
Totally. Yeah.
Even the bootlegs or like the ones that look like shit, they're still awesome.
I don't
Yep.
think they're underrated now, but I think people just don't know about them. The people who know love them. Like,
They don't
there's-
give a
I
shit. They
think
want to buy.
Yeah,
I bet the people who are getting priced out of Maruzan and Bullmark now are going
Yeah.
to move over to them. But the problem is as I said in the Coffee and Kaiju one, the greatest Godzilla toy ever is one of those Popies, and it's already expensive.
Yeah.
which one are you referring to?
The giant Kingzilla.
Oh, yeah, that's
I've got that sucker in a box, and I cherish it.
That's one of the ones I've never bought, and I think
It is
I need
so fucking cool.
I've always waited.
wait.
for
You
right
mean the
moment.
Jumbosaurus?
Yeah, Jumbosaurus. Yeah.
I hand carried mine back from Japan. I got it at Mandarake in Osaka, and it did not have a box, but it's pretty good condition. The string is still attached. I'm afraid to pull it because I think it's going to break.
Yeah.
But I hand carried it back on the plane with me. It was just.
I think I just got to bite the bullet and take it because I'm sick and tired of people
You got to get
Man.
one.
doing it, and I'm like, I'll get it next time. I'll get it next
It's
time.
just
Yeah,
going to get
up
pricier,
the price.
and people are starting to notice the variations on it and the variations on the box. And once people start noticing that stuff,
Then it goes higher.
yep,
Well, it's like with the Shogun. Like, you can
Goes
get
higher.
Shoguns all day long, and then people are like, oh wait, there's different versions of it.
there's different boxes and the different toys. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the Popey's got like if you look under his tail, I should bring it out, but it's a totally different topic. If you
So
look
the
at his tail, you can see where there was going to be a switch under there, and they
Yeah.
never
Yep.
did it.
Creature 22 asked how many of us had the Shogun Warrior. I did not have the
I didn't
Shogun
have the
Warrior.
Shogun
I never
Warrior.
got
I did,
it.
and look, there it is.
When I was a
You can
kid.
see him.
Yeah,
But
I
still have mine.
I do have this. I've got the thank goodness for Super 7. I've got it shrunk down. I do
Hang
have
on, I'll
this
get
guy.
you on there.
Okay. Get me on there.
I mean,
I do have
Oh
this
yeah,
guy.
that one. Yeah, I have the tiny one, and then I have the middle sized one, and I have the
And then they did,
obviously
Brian, did
the
you see this
OG
one?
one.
They actually did a glowy one, a glow in the
the
dark one,
coolest,
like an
the
Aurora.
coolest one is this guy.
Yeah, that was cool.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which I
yeah.
took the
Yeah.
wings off because those things
Dude.
are heavy and plastic and
Yeah.
held in with rubber.
so
bands.
you have that complete?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it is like such a cool toy. I mean,
Dude.
like I say, I really put it. The wings actually were flat.
Fucking just do it.
It was claws,
So-
still claw.
Yeah, what you have
Oh.
to do. Yeah, they still grip on
So
there.
there's no claws. The wings will flap, and you can see it's got the finger holes in the back for you to actually fly in.
Dude.
Yeah, you can see. I'm being careful, but you see, you can actually ratchet the mouth open. Still.
Dude,
I
I
just was
wanted
like,
that so bad when I was a
the
kid.
wings are like if any of you have the fragile wing Ghidra, the wings are bigger and heavier, and they're held on with rubber bands.
Yeah, they're just as fragile.
What?
This is such
Yeah.
a boomer comment, but they don't make toys like they used to. Like that.
No, and I'll pull out one of the wings just so you can see
Yeah, that's awesome.
just how big this beautiful toy is.
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna
dude.
put it in, but this is his wing. Look at that wingspan.
That's nice.
It's so cool.
for real.
I wanted one of those so bad.
It's a
when I was a
decent.
kid.
It's a decent sculpt too, because I think
Yeah, it's
it
nice.
looks, it looks much closer to the Rodan in the movie.
It's
than
nicer than the
actual
Godzilla.
does. Oh,
Yep.
It's nice,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one of the other first things I did was scrape out. Everyone who has an M1 figure knows this. Scrape all of the dried, rusty, goobery rubber bands out of him too,
Yep,
because he's basically perfect. So I kind of cherish him, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
that's awesome. Dude.
Yeah,
Such
I
a good
really want. I
fucking
remember
toy.
seeing that. I remember seeing the ad for him in the Sears Christmas
Sears-
catalog.
The wish book. Yes,
and,
Brian.
and
Yep.
I wanted it. I wanted it so bad.
But I couldn't.
yeah.
When I was a
box itself
kid,
is cool too,
the
with like
point
the
earlier,
purple and badass logo.
Yeah.
The box,
Yeah.
again, box art, dude.
It's
That's what I-
dynamic. Dynamic.
Again,
box art.
we're back talking about box art.
Yep.
What's up, Robert
Yeah.
Dwyer? What's up,
That's what I
Robert?
love about. Did
Hey, what's up, man?
you get any of those Matangos a while back that was made by all and it was the same one and was painted by all these different artists?
Which
Different
one?
artists did them.
Are we
Which one?
talking about not the Knots ones?
Yeah, the Knots one.
The Knots
Not the Knots.
Matango is one of my favorite things in my
Oh
collection.
man,
actually.
I bought a clear one, but it didn't come in a box. It came with a bag of credit card. I sold
Oh.
it.
So they did a series that was different artists, and that happened to a lot of Katsuya Terada and his art.
Hey, Charles, thanks for hanging.
and he
What's up,
did
Charles?
one.
Oh yeah,
That's
Oh
the
yeah, I
box.
remember that.
that's
What does
awesome.
the figure
That's
look
awesome.
like, Nev?
And it talks about the artist on the
Rich,
back.
what does the figure look like?
Is that the one that has the hair on it?
That's a slip that comes to the box itself. And then each artist designed the figure. And this was actually the one least in demand, but it's the one I wanted because I love the artist. And it's in a nice thick Ziploc. You can see it's just gray and tan.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Some of them
yeah.
had like fur and all sorts of other really
Yeah, I remember
cool
the
stuff.
fur ones.
Yeah.
But I wanted this one just because I love the artist, which is kind of becoming our theme tonight. Is cool boxes.
Yeah, it's
But,
cool.
Yeah,
This
I
was
had to-
my
had to get
this was my Rodan as a kid. We were talking about
Yep.
Oh, that's
stand-ins.
Dinosaurs.
Stand-in.
stuff we used as kids.
I
Yeah.
love it. That's the stand-in.
Like
Yep.
I sharpied his under his wings
Yeah, you did.
as a kid.
What's
and then
up,
this
Charles?
was my Godzilla. This was my Godzilla, which is a Tyrannosaurus with Stegosaurus spine.
Dorsal plates on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you could. Hey,
Um,
Brian, Dr. Arnold Johnson could have used that in his.
Yeah, it's
explanation
exactly
of
that's
Godzilla.
what. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. I still have some. Now I didn't have these as kids, but I have them now. But I feel like a lot of the
yeah. Those
classic.
are great.
the classic boots. Yeah, and then I have got these from a guy in Mexico. He was selling a bunch of them on
Love it.
in some vintage toy.
It almost
group.
looks like Telesdon's head, doesn't it? That head there on that.
Yeah, I really
Godzilla?
like the red ones. Really, the
Yeah,
red on this guy
right.
is cool. I think, and then I have this one's more or less a knockoff of the old
Imperial.
of the Imperial. Yeah, so very the rubber is like super soft
Yeah.
on these guys. Well,
Never
on that
noticed
guy anyway. The other two are pretty.
Flaccid.
The other two are pretty hard.
Very flaccid.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. And then this is what I was talking about when you showed that, Don. Like I used to have so many of these.
Yeah, I got
You know.
they call them Chinosaurs.
Oh, I had that exact.
Yeah,
one, Brian.
Chinosaurs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chinosaurs.
And then
Oh, I love
and then
that.
you would randomly get like
There's
these
another one.
oddball things that are like if you actually ever open like an original Dungeons and Dragons monster manual, like a ton of them
Yeah.
are just ripped off from the
Owl
from the
bear
monster.
and shit that didn't look like either one
Yep.
of those animals. Yeah.
So it would just be like a random, assortment of stuff. But yeah, if you go on eBay and just type Chinosaurs, it'll just get tons.
You will get
tons of that
sucked
stuff.
into a hole, man.
That's the first time I've
Yeah.
ever heard that term before. Shame on me. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's
That's
a pretty
great.
common thing where they try to look for different like variants and all that kind of stuff, and all it says made in China, and they're weird
Mhm.
ass
I love it.
creatures, man.
Uh-oh.
Like Brian said, there's Dungeons and Dragons one. There's
Yeah, they're
bootlegs or
super cool. But
whatever,
like Nev said, you can
yeah,
get
it's
sucked into
pretty
like a whole rabbit hole of
Yeah.
like, especially if you're like me and all the ones I had as a kid
Yeah.
that I see on eBay, and I'm like, oh, I should get that again because I had that.
Yeah,
The stuff you had really.
And it's
really
like
calls you-
it's like a
calls you.
figure this big that's $25 now. And meanwhile, when I was a kid, it was a bag of these of like 25 of these for like
Yeah,
$2.
but- But you know how much we
At the
paid
grocery
for
store.
toys.
Yeah,
as
but
beautiful as
that
they are.
bag was if you behaved yourself at the grocery store while your
the
mom was
grocery
shopping,
store,
right?
yeah,
That
exactly, yep.
represents that whole time in your life, but pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this. This stuff is great.
Yeah. Nev, I know you got some more weird stuff.
All right, yeah, I got a
I
bunch.
purposely picked to put you on full screen as you're in mid chew.
I don't give a shit. I'm a fat fuck. Okay, so this one's really fragile and weird, but they call them leapers or jumpers. So basically, what this is, it's a blow mold kaiju, and then it doesn't jump.
Yes, with
anymore.
the-
You would
Oh,
this.
I remember
it has a
those.
bladder
Frog.
under
I
it,
had
right?
a frog. I had a frog that did that.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, I have
Hey.
frog did it too.
There's two of these. There's a red one and there's a green one. I've seen the
Oh,
green one in a
yeah.
box. I didn't win it, but this red one's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
different.
That's awesome.
It's got like 3 or 4 paints on it. It's light. Like I said, it's a blow mold, but that shit's fragile as hell, man. Like,
It makes me think of the old like the rubber duck Godzillas and things like
Yep.
that.
yeah, there's no like legs to it at all. But I'm assuming like, and you can like you can rattle it. There's probably
Yeah.
something loose in there, but it's just a cool fucking figure. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
It looks
awesome.
like Barugon. It's
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a weird ass Baragon rubber ducky type
Yeah.
scenario.
Love it.
Yeah, we got frogs, and Japanese kids got cool kaiju's.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
They're jumping
I got a
around things, and
frog.
we got lame frogs.
Yeah.
It's funny because like this, even the stuff Rich was showing in the baggies, they remind me of those when you would go to the dentist and you could pick something out of the box when you would
Yep.
leave,
Yep.
and they would have those little rubber eraser monsters.
Yep.
I used to have a million of those things.
And like pencil toppers too.
Yes.
And they were like UFOs. They were all made by the same company. They were like
Yeah.
little rubber UFOs and spaceships. They had little rubber monsters. So, yeah.
Yep.
Good shit. What else you got, Nev? I know you got more.
Here. Okay, so we're going back to box art.
There you go.
So this one is there's a company called Marushin,
Mhm.
and they make like dinosaur toys. I have a shit ton of them, but this was the coolest thing that I got. There was a T-Rex I bought that was in the
Oh,
bag,
that's great. Great.
and
box art.
it was covered in mold. This
Oh,
was the
okay.
header card that came with it. It was a T-Rex, still got written on there. But
I've seen those header cards before.
This is
Yeah.
that's that. But this is the
Cool.
best part. Part of the reason why I got it, because I already have the T-Rex, but I wanted it. This is essentially the checklist for the kid, and I'm going to try to open it as gentle as possible. But the art is awesome. But then you go inside, and it has like this really cool diagrams of
Oh, look at
evolution and
that.
shit.
That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
I like the
stuff.
evolutionary charts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's evolution.
I mean, yes, it's
Yeah.
out of date. Sure, it's out of date. Like it starts with
Funny
Yeah.
though.
Of course
the
it is.
underwater life, and then it goes
Yeah.
to like I
Hey,
now look
people.
like a man.
It's like
I love
it's like
that.
Dr. Yamani's speech in the
It
dub
is.
of
It totally
Yeah.
is.
So, like
It
this
totally is.
whole thing was a checklist, but they made all these figures. I think except for the plesiosaur, yeah, really cool line. Maybe I'll pull one out later on, but this art is awesome.
You know what else had cool, weird box art? Those Billiken wind-up tin toys.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
I've got one of those.
Those paintings are so beautiful in there.
So
You
good.
mean this one?
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun.
That
That's
one-
it.
That's
Uh,
really
Godzilla
pretty.
I don't
and-
think that's weird. I think that's dope as hell.
Yeah, that's really
But-
cool.
But
Well, you see,
this-
That would actually be a
this-
cool
they're-
tattoo.
this it
There,
would be.
there.
I thought that, Brian. This was actually the first gift that Keith got me when we were together. My first Godzilla item that he got me in New York
That's
City.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That's
just
cool.
think the box art on all of those, the two Godzillas, the Mothra Godzilla set, and the Mothra, the art on all of them is just beautiful.
I agree.
David, get something from behind you. I know you got.
Oh,
some cool shit
I got
back
so
there.
much stuff here. And again, like I wish I would have went old school like you guys did, but I'm going to keep it a little more current.
I can go to new school.
Nah, it's all good.
Let's see. So, this is kind of cool. These are two things that I got in Japan, and they're little things, but they're pretty damn cool. This little demon
That's
oni
cool.
baby creature
Oh
thing.
god, it's actually creepy.
It's very creepy, and
Yeah.
again, this would make a good tattoo. It's like an oni creepy thing, and I thought it was really disturbingly awesome. So I had to pick this up.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
got it at Mandarake. I think I have two other ones, but I can't find them. They're in a box somewhere. So yeah, this is definitely strange, weird, odd, creepy, all of the above, and you can't really focus on it. There, you can see it there. And then again, I love Japanese mythology and folklore, and I love me some Tanuki. And I'm like, I got to have some kind of a Sofubi representation of Tanuki. And I was lucky enough to find this glow in the dark
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Spooky Tanuki, complete with his
That's cool.
ginormous balls. I think it's like a finger puppet,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I got this in a little, not in Mandarake. There's a little there used to be a little random like vintage shop around the corner that had all kinds of random stuff in there, and I saw this in that case.
Was that a Nakano?
Yeah, Nakano Broadway was on the same floor as Mandarake, but it was kind of around the bend from
So
where
much
it
of that
is.
stuff is gone now. It's sad.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen it. I didn't get to go last time I was in Japan, but that's pretty cool. And then one other thing that I can show in this vein, this is actually a Yamo mark, which we had a conversation about before we came on. This is a sushi creature,
Sushira.
and I think it's delicious, weird, and awesome. It's sushira, and I also have a tamago and a ebi. So I've got three of them, and I have one of those sushi like wooden things that you get in a sushi restaurant.
Cool.
And,
Yeah.
and I have them all displayed on there in my kitchen.
Oh, That's
it's
a great
pretty cool.
idea.
And
Yeah,
I got
that's
it at
cool.
Daiso Japan for $1.50. Can't beat that. But this is my favorite one. He's the Maguro tuna. Yeah, Maguro Kaiju Sushira, and I love him. And again, Yamamark is my new favorite company right now. My current favorite company that I'm obsessed with, and Rich also loves the Ultra Q and the Ultraman monsters that they do. And so check out Yamamark. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't want you to buy the stuff that I
Check
want.
them out after I get the last.
Don't.
couple I
Yeah,
need.
after I buy everything I need, then you can check them out. But anyway, yeah, that's some cool, more recent stuff. That I think is weird and cool.
There's a daggum. They have a Raygon variation that I need.
Yeah,
one
that's-
with
I
the
was
thing. and
Hey,
one
I need
without it.
one. I don't have any Ragons, so
The glowy Ragon's awesome.
I've
He's
got
great.
the glowy and I've got
Yeah.
a red one, but both.
I
of
want
them
the
have
orange
the
one. There's an orange
little
one, too.
explosive on it, and I
Uh-huh.
at least one without the explosive too. And I need
That's
to
cool.
find that.
Oh wait, real quick. As I was opening that box up with the Billiken box, I found this. It's the old tag for the Imperial Godzilla.
Oh, for the Imperial, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the Imperial
Yeah.
Godzilla, but I got the
Oh.
tag, and then I also have a
Yeah.
baby tag. I have the bigger one and the little one. So
There's an even bigger one because
Yeah,
there's
cool.
like a foot tall one, an 8
Yeah.
incher, and like a 6 incher.
yep. Well, that header card, that little tag is a lot better than the figure. So there's that too.
They're
They
great.
put a lot of work
I
into
grew up
that.
with those too.
Yeah.
I love them. I've
KB Toy and Hobby Shop right at the cash register, right there.
Yep. Hanging
And
there.
when
I've
the
got,
movie King Kong came out in '76, they had the gorillas too. So
I remember the gorilla. They had these cool displays for the gorilla.
They sure did.
Yeah.
All right,
That's-
I got. So here's a few.
What you
Here's a
got?
few weird items. This is obviously from Godzilla '98. However, it is a completely worthless and useless pen.
Oh, it's
Just
a
like
pen.
the
Which
Got a pen in his
I don't
ass.
know, but nah, that's a pen. And then from the 2014 Godzilla, still in its box. This is not a pen. This is a flashlight that projects a Godzilla on the wall with Godzilla written in.
Does it actually work?
So,
Did you ever try it?
yes, it does work. It's pretty funny.
Damn.
And so speaking of pens, Big Ken sent in. He's got
Yeah.
That's cute.
Godzilla versus Destroyer mechanical pencil. There you go, from the collection of Ken Bockelman. Also from the collection of Ken Bockelman, he sent in that.
Oh yeah. I know that
Oh, I
guy.
remember the bendy. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I really wanted this too, and didn't get it as a kid. So, and I don't have it, so shockingly. It's one of those things as a kid that I wanted and didn't get that I haven't gone out and bought out of spite. So I don't actually have one in my collection. But it's I remember holding it in my hand at our local little store we had called Newberry's and wanting
Oh,
it.
I remember Newberries.
It's so strange. He looks furry. The strange,
the dark paint.
strange
doesn't
figure.
help.
Yeah, it's a weird figure. How about you, Rich? You got anything else behind you?
I got a few things. Since we're talking about all the old stuff, I did
All right.
pull out one new thing, and it goes back to the Ultra Q. So much of my stuff's Ultra Q. But I have a few of these secret base Canagons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Which,
wow.
first off, I kind of love the little stand
That's
they
cool.
make for him. But they're all like, most of them are like really interesting.
Yeah, that's
like,
neat.
you can see it's like clear vinyl, but one side is how he looks, and the other is like his skeleton. And it is actually inside it, a full
Oh, yeah.
toy inside. You can see like his arm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, I've got like
That's
3
great.
of these. This is just, I pulled this one because it's the easiest to see that. I've got another one, it's like a black chrome, and it kind of goes from top to bottom. And then I have another one, it's like really squishy. But I got that because it looks like the Hawaiian Godzilla, which I think is a beautiful toy.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
then
cool.
I brought out these guys because I just know a lot of people had seen them.
I love. That Pagila is dope. That's great. And
The big, yeah, and they're both translucent. I don't know if I can.
Yep.
that's so cool.
They all there you go. Kind of.
Yep.
They were bubblegum lottery prize toys, and they're puppies.
They're
And
great.
Yeah, those are awesome.
I would love to have both of those in my collection.
That's
They are,
Absolutely.
crazy expensive now.
Are
Really?
they?
Like
Well,
what
I
are we
figured
talking?
Garamond
Nev?
would be because Garamon's Garamond.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple go for like $300, $400, $500.
Oh shoot! I will not be getting
There's
those.
there's like a green Pegula, I think last I checked was like $1,300.
Yeah, there's a I've seen pictures of a lime green Canagon, but I'm not even sure it's one of these. But these are like very much bubblegum prize figures. I
Yeah.
got a picture, yeah. And I think the only other thing I was going to show is sort of a set of things because we were talking about paperwork and stuff. That I like paperwork advertisement stuff about toys. So I've got back to my earlier one. I've got one of all of an advertisement.
Oh yeah, the Godzilla's gang.
Godzilla gang, and on
Oh
the
yeah,
back,
there you go. That's
to
cool.
the point is the Shogun Warriors.
That's awesome.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
And if I'm remembering, if I'll pull it out, it is like a gatefoldy thing, and inside is also this giant Shogun Warrior.
Oh, cool.
I love these kinds of things, but there's this. I don't think this next one. I like sometimes because they showed like versions of the toys that were never released.
Yeah, prototypes.
Yeah, and that's kind of awesome. And I won't pull this one out, but an old Popey one
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool.
on the back. And some of these are definitely different from what was released. They're definitely prototype pictures.
Yeah.
Like Nev was saying, and ultra stuff on that side. And then I'll pull these out because they're different ones. Then I've got two Bullmark ones,
Ooh, that's cool.
which are black and white.
Oh wow.
But we've seen color ones of these in books for a while.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool to have that. They're the awesome tin toys. And then on the back. And the back of this one's got a racetrack. So that's cool.
Hell yeah, it does.
But yeah, some of these you can tell too, because if you look at this heater, there's no way that's yellow. Like you just compare it to the other ones.
Oh, those are great though. Those are so. I love that.
Yeah, I love this kind of thing. So yeah, that's all I got out. There's some other stuff like I was thinking about showing my Arc Kong because that's insane, but I don't know if I call it weird or unusual. I think people know what the Arc Kong is.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. That's that old vintage advertising is cool as hell.
I love that kind of stuff. I got a Bullmark poster too somewhere, advertising poster.
Yeah,
I think it was folded
that's
up,
cool.
put away.
That stuff's cool. I've got for the sushi that David showed. I have these cool Godzilla chopsticks.
Oh, those are cute. Those are cute. That's cute.
They're very hard to use because they're the Godzilla makes them a little like top heavy. You know what I mean? So it makes them a little difficult to use. But yeah, they came in this, and they have like it's like a boulder or something that they can rest on when you're not using them. So
Or you could use it, try to pick up.
That's
the
pretty
boulder
cool.
to practice.
Yeah. That was a good gift. My wife just said off camera.
Yeah.
That was a good gift. How long did it take for it to show up?
Oh my God, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Too long.
All right, Nev.
Oh, I'm up next. Okay, this one, this is a weird one. It's made by Onoya, and its debut is called Nessie.
Oh,
Vintage
so
piece.
cool.
It
I love
comes
the
with,
color.
yeah, this like little like
What the hell is that? Oh, it's a submarine.
It's a suppository.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it like
right?
Yeah, that's what I was
it like clips on somewhere.
It is
weird.
a suppository.
It's
Wow,
very
so it
light,
like jets around.
I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
very light vinyl, and you can see the holes, so the kid
Yeah.
can dump it out. But the paint is awesome.
Yeah, the paint, it's beautiful.
The
So
paint is
cool.
awesome, and it came in a bag. I have the bag, and the bag is crinkled and moldy as shit. But I mean, there's a lot of
Oh, I
like
love that. That is so cool.
cool as shit. Again, Pachi Kaiju is king. I think they called it Nessie, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But just cool
60s,
shit.
70s, and 80s like dinosaur stuff is.
Oh yeah,
just the
sorry. Here's
best.
the name is kind of right there. There you go, Onya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Onoya.
yeah, cool.
But it's cool shit.
This kind of stuff would
Yeah,
look
any of
so
that like
good
old school
curated in a
dinosaur stuff
museum.
rules.
I would love seeing this in a
Old-
museum.
Well, Mandarake did their last big auction, and it was like 90% Pachi Kaiju.
Yeah.
I got the book, and the book, if you ever just want to like look at stuff that not a lot of people know a ton about, because it was like a flash in the pan, but the toys are gorgeous, pick up the book. It's definitely worth it.
You know, honestly, all of Mendarake's auction catalogs, if it's something
Are
you're interested
awesome.
in, are
I think I
awesome.
got it somewhere.
I've got 2 of them. I've got a Godzilla one, and I've also got like one of
yeah, this one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yep. It's like a
Yeah.
great
What is this?
resource
That's
manual.
oh,
What a
wow.
cool shit! Like
Look, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
usually
that's-
only half of it's what you're interested in. Because
Like they have like pages and pages of the
it's awesome.
Python stuff, and I was actually grateful. I did win a couple. Like, look at these awesome bootleg, like that bootleg Mecha King Ghidorah. Like,
Yeah,
what
that thing's
that's
cool.
great.
ton of shit. They had some Yonzawa in here too. Yonzawa's big.
Yeah.
Mirror Man stuff, but
Wow.
I was grateful. I did win a couple pieces from this auction, but it's just awesome to take taking your Sunday dump and look at that shit.
There's
you know?
Nessie.
It was Nessie. Yeah, so cool stuff.
And that's just a Mandarake catalog. Like, where do you even get that?
They did a
They're
big
like-
auction, Rulers of Time, big auction, and you had to buy
Oh, okay.
to get in the auction. And
So
of
it's
course,
like
I
that
did.
Zembu one, right? That more recent
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, Ned, but those books are like $20.
yeah, they're not. Yeah, I mean, for like the info that's in here, it's not bad. I mean, and like they talk about like here's some the Marusan bootleg blow
Oh, there it
mold,
is,
like
yeah.
Brontosaurus and
That's the
stuff.
one that you have, yeah. That's
These
so
are just the blow mold versions, but like, and then it says what their value is.
No.
So they start off at like this one starts at like 6,000 yen. Obviously, probably sold for way more, but it's
And,
just cool.
and you'll see pictures in
So
these that
cool.
you really don't see anywhere else.
Right,
correct?
exactly.
Like,
Like
the
this
Godzilla
was,
one had a complete UFO set picture. that-
yeah,
in
this was the
past.
piece of resistance. This was a Baragon that no one ever saw before by
Oh,
Mura.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
that's fucking
That's so
awesome.
cool.
The record, what it sold for was crazy money. Right now, it says 255,000 yen. It sold.
What's
for
the
way
size of that, Nev?
more. I think it's like a 6-inch, 7-inch
Probably
toy.
6 to
Okay.
8,
It
yeah.
looks pretty
That's
big, isn't it?
beautiful.
But like no one ever saw it before. Like it just came out of somebody's collection.
This
So
is the
it's
first
just really
time
cool shit.
I've seen it, and you know that you said that you have that in your bathroom. I've got the Zenbu catalog in my bathroom, so it's
There you
always
go.
good to refer to that stuff. It's like,
You know?
wait, I need that. I need that. I need that. I have that.
They're
I should've bought
auction
that.
catalogs. Their auction
And
catalogs.
it's
are
already
always-
like it's how that the one that I have is already like four or 5 years old, and things have gone up like so much since then. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
insanely crazy.
you know,
This is fun.
All right, David, you're
Sometimes you
you're
can
going to
get
be on the
deals
spot.
with
You
those,
ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. All right, so let's
All right.
see. So
David, you're on the spot. I had 3 beers, so I have to go to the bathroom.
okay, all right.
So,
I'll
talk.
You have to make a team.
You,
talk to
it's
you back.
your show for the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what that's from.
You
I
know
got
what
that
that's
one.
from. This is from the old X Plus Matango boxed figure
Yep.
that I absolutely love. And it's said that mine glows in the dark, but it really doesn't. It's green. It doesn't have any glow on it. But this is a great like thing if you take your nephew out to a diner and you want him to be occupied. This is before the days of the the internet and stuff. They could just do some coloring. So, but no one's going to color this thing because I think it's just awesome. This would make a cool tattoo also. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
got that one
but
too.
yeah, I love that. All right, let's see. I've also got this is pretty weird and pretty cool. The Kappa Mobile.
Oh yeah.
I love this little guy.
You know, I keep thinking I'm going to collect yokai, but then I'm like, that's a whole other rabbit hole.
You know what, Rich? Yokai. I have a blossoming collection of yokai, a version blossoming. I have like infiltrate pieces in here. Kyle Yount has a good amount of yokai because he loves this too. But
Yeah.
I actually went to the Kappa Shrine in Tokyo. It's it's right behind the Sensoji Temple in Akihabara. Anyway, I've always been fascinated with the legend of the Kappa, and I think this is just so whimsical. You know, the Kappa loves the cucumber. That's what they call Kappa Maki. This is just a cute little cool
Yeah, he's
thing.
awesome.
I love it. And let's see, what else can I show while he's not there? Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Oh, you that was
Baby.
quick. That was quick.
Did you
You
flush?
missed my Kappa, my little Kappa mobile.
Yeah, I think is he riding a pickle? What is that?
He's riding a pickle,
Cucumber.
actually a cucumber, because
Oh, that's cool.
Kappa loves cucumber. That's the legend. So the legend of the Kappa was made up by Japanese mothers who didn't want their children to drown in lakes, rivers, and streams. So they came up with this creature that if you get too close to the edge of the water, it will pull you under and eat your liver out through your asshole. And
He's not
a
making that up.
That's a real
the only way to stop this from happening is to offer it a cucumber because they can't resist a cucumber. And it bows to you, and the water that's in its head spills out,
Yeah.
and then it owes you a wish or two. So that's the legend of the Kappa.
He's very polite.
He's very polite,
Yeah.
and that's why when you go to the sushi restaurant, you want a kapamaki. That's why they call it a kapamaki.
Yeah.
It's cucumber maki. And then let's see. This is kind of, it's not really weird, but it's kind of whimsical. It is model kit version of the jars from King Kong versus
Oh,
Godzilla.
yeah.
The berry
That's
juice
cool.
jars.
I haven't
That's
seen
great.
that.
This is from the Roto Kaiju Kong, and one of the versions is like 3 or 4 versions comes with the set of hands in the face where he looks like he's drunk, and I painted these guys up, so I think that's pretty cool because
Yeah, it's really cool.
we all love that movie, and this is one of the few that I actually prefer the American version because it's just so nostalgic,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
wrong it's right, and I just love it. And again, that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's 3 more things, and I got a couple more, but that's pretty much what I got to
Did
show.
you show
right
the
now.
big? Did you show the big?
Oh no,
kid behind it?
I could do this now. Speaking of King Kong versus Godzilla, this
Yeah.
is this was sitting behind Mr. Taco's desk at Pacific Pharmaceutical. This is the Pashimboya, the mascot of the Pacific Pharmaceutical Company. And this is actually made by X Plus, an older figure by X Plus, and it's a bobblehead. And
It's pretty great.
I just it says Travelman on Travelman's Boy, but it's also known as Pashimboya. So that's the really cool thing. And I know,
And that's like a blink and you'll miss it thing in the American dubbed version, but it's a little more prominent in the Japanese version. Yeah.
Because they linger on the scene more, and there's actually more. It's a widescreen, so you can kind of see it in the distance. In the American one, you can't really see it, but love this figure. Very, very cool. Only a few of us, really love this guy. So
there, David, I got the same one, but it's small, and it's only like 3 or 4 like.
Oh,
I never saw that. Where did that one come from?
I don't know, but I bought it. I saw it on YJ, and it's got a little hang tag, little.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah. Okay, I need to get that. That is so cute.
Didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
So the only other person besides me and now Nev who likes this is really into this is Leslie's wife Sandra. She loves the Pashimboya, and
get it. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta dig it. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool as shit. Anything else you want to show, David?
I think that's pretty much all I got to show you. I've got a lot of other weird shit, but let's see what else y'all.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I feel like do this again.
I love it. I'd do it again anytime.
This is pretty fun.
Love hanging out with you guys, and it.
Yeah, we can get a few other. I'm sure. If we got Mike Russo, I think tonight's his daughter's birthday, so they're at the dinner, but I bet you he's got some off the wall shit in his collection as well. And we can, maybe we can, we'll get some Collect All Monsters and Godzilla Collectors Group members to shoot some, send some pictures or something.
I think that would be great.
Yeah,
nice
that'd be
crossover.
Cool. Yeah. Nev, what about you? Got any other stuff on hand you want to?
I got a ton of shit, but here, I'll just show one more, I guess. Kong.
Awesome.
Kong, yeah, still in the bag. Never took it out, but like he is just gnarly looking.
Yeah.
It's pretty common that he's not hard to find. It also comes with a little tin car in the bottom there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But like, I just like the art and how it's like the back of the car.
Dude, the art is super fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it's the 76 Kong?
Yeah.
Okay.
So cool figure too.
I mean, that figure looks exactly like the poster art.
Mego. Mego. M-E-G-O.
Sure.
That's funny.
That's great.
Where do you find all this? What do you search for to find this stuff?
Oh, I can't tell you. Then people start buying this shit, man.
That's true.
All right, here, one more. So this is
what happened to David?
He left.
He said, "Oh, we're done."
He's like, "We're done." Henshin Ninja Rohashi. This is a blow mold figure. It's small. It's still in the bag by King. Again, it's just silver. Cool shit. The sculpt is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Really cool figure. Small, but just different, Yeah. Love this fucking show. So good.
Yeah, it's super cool. I wonder where David went. Let me text him. It'll be exciting. I'm going to text him live on air. David, what happened?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Day drinking.
Maybe he had to go to the bathroom and he just left.
Yeah. I'll do a couple. I got a couple of drinking related things, so I'll show them real quick. And like we were talking about it earlier off air, but a brewery near me does a Mecha Godzilla themed rice lager. Oh, hang on, David just texted me back. Oh, he said I'm coming back. Okay. So yeah, they do a Mecha Godzilla themed rice lager, which is actually quite tasty. It's by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. Somebody who I do not know IRL hit me up on my
Sorry.
Facebook page. Oh no, you're all good. Somebody.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say
we were all dying to know what happened.
I hit my foot on the plug when I went to refresh my drink before, and didn't realize it was off. So
see,
apologies.
So it is because of day drinking, like I said. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway,
it's the
sorry
heat
about
and
that,
the day
guys.
drinking.
I didn't just split.
No, it's all good.
I did not just split.
But yeah, a guy I don't know him in real life, but he saw that I had posted something about this. It might have been on my Facebook page, and he was just like, "Dude, if you could grab me some, I'd be so happy." So I bought him a 6-pack, and I sent him 2, and he was he enjoyed it. And then also drinking related, and this is from. There's a story behind this collectible. It is that right there, which is a much younger me.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
A much younger me getting drunk with Akira Takarada in Boston one night. And
that's fantastic.
There is
That's awesome.
The bottle that we drank.
Oh, that's the actual bottle. That's cool.
That's the actual one we drank from. Yeah. The only regret is I wish I had gotten him to sign it.
Yeah. That would have been cool.
I have the picture. So
the photo is worth. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So, and I keep a little dancing Godzilla guy on top of it. But so yeah, that's like that'll never leave the collection. That's an awesome little keepsake there. So.
You're lucky to have that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah. So I think unless you guys have something you really want to throw up on the screen real quick, I think
I'm good.
No, I think we've seen enough, and it totally inspired me to like really appreciate the things that aren't like big and flashy and cost $500. I love that. I think people in our fandom need to sort of really appreciate what they have and what they've acquired over the years, and maybe realize that things aren't all lottery and this and that. You can buy this stuff. You just got to look for it and know what to look for. So I think hopefully a lot of people will watch this. I know there was another stream in our group, conflicting with this, but it is what it is. But the great thing about this, we can go back and watch them and tell people to watch it after the fact, right?
Exactly. David, before you go.
Yes, sir.
What's the story there?
Well, after Monster Palooza, Keith hadn't been to the Walk of Fame since he was like 5, and he didn't really remember it. So Jonathan Portman lives in LA. He took Keith and I to the Walk of Fame, and that's where Godzilla got his star on the Walk of Fame, and it's pretty cool to see that there. And stupid ass me didn't bring a toy with me to like put there. I wanted to bring like a race car and have it like drive up there, but no, it was just really cool to sort of pay homage to Godzilla's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Pretty cool. But
yeah, cool, good shit. Well, man, thanks for hanging. Everybody, thanks for hanging. Calvin Wan said, "I need a video of your entire collection, David." So I kept that comment till the end because I think at some point on one of these, I keep talking about it on Coffee and Kaiju. I think it's more appropriate for this though than Coffee and Kaiju. We should do like collection reviews. We can have people send in, photos of their collection. We can throw them up on screen and kind of
like a Kaiju Cribs type scenario.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah, Kaiju Cribs, basically. Yeah. And I think that'd be fun for this. So maybe there's something like that going forward. And obviously, we could all do our own as part of that as well. So maybe we'll throw that out there for like July or August or something.
Yeah.
That's a
I would
fantastic
really like to see your whole setup. Rich, I would love Nev, your setup is so like well lit. Like
Not all of it.
like whenever you post a picture.
Just from like here back, everything else is dark as fuck. Is like with Walmart shelves and shit like that.
It
Okay.
looks like you're sitting in a Monterake. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
to me.
it really does.
It's like it's absolutely curated.
But I have like metal rolling racks and shit with like Jurassic Park stuff that's not lit.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm curious. I would love to see everyone's collection that's here. I
Yeah,
know
that'd be
Brian,
fun.
you've got a great setup. Rich, you've got stuff that I would love to see, and I think that's a great a great addition to this series to do like a Kaiju Cribs kind of thing. But I think that would be really fun.
Yep.
I'm down.
Look, Nev has a groupie. I want to see Big Ken's displays.
Yeah. Yeah, people would send in shit.
Detox.
Man,
Yeah.
IKEA doesn't make them anymore.
I know.
I know.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of them.
Yeah.
I've got 2.
I wanted more.
No, they discontinued them. They made something really shitty, and it's not as great because I bought one of them, and you could put a feather on it and fucking fall apart. It's junk.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, it's disappointing because I love making. I mean, you can see I love making tiers and like cramming them all in there. I just like that look. It's like the old toy store.
I do
Yeah,
too.
Toy stores,
Yeah.
Hey Brian, can I send you?
That's all the
Can I send
Japanese
you,
toys just sit on the shelf.
Yeah.
can I send you a picture real quick so you can show on the screen?
Whew. You can try.
I just sent it to you.
It depends on. Hang on, let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
This is
it's a whole
I just-
process, David.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, hang on. I could show it. I can show it on the screen like this.
He's just gonna go like that.
Hang on,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Hang on,
well,
guys.
you
Here's
I could
David's
do
picture.
that. I could do
Yeah.
that. All right. So anyway, I get a lot of people asking me what those shelves are. Where do I get them?
Yeah. Every time you post pictures of those shelves, they're really neat.
It's from the Container Store about 15 or 20 years ago, and I got those shelves, and they're discontinued, unfortunately. And I love the way they're so wide and they're so open, and tails kind of fit in there and stuff like that. But again, we did a series about, and we can revisit this here, called Kaiju Collecting Conundrums, because it's like, how do you guys find space for this stuff? How do you switch it out? Do you keep getting more and more? Do you ever run out of room? What do you do? I'm curious to see, like, in the future episode, how you guys deal with that issue, because I'm faced with it constantly. I don't have any more room. I can't even buy another gigantic.
I
can't do it.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to or had the money. It's crazy. And
I'm thinking of switching to Billy's, which is the IKEA, the white shelves, but like, I don't know how well you can see it, but like,
but they're
everything in mine is on glass
that's
shelves.
That looks great, Brian.
No.
The thing with Billies is they're enclosed.
It's so
There's
hard
no
to keep
zip
clean.
back to them, and the tails don't really fit in those Billies. That's the problem with Billies.
Yeah.
I mean,
For me,
something-
anyway.
I have a
something
bunch of the
deep.
smaller Billies right here, if you can see
Billies
them.
are okay for Sofubi, but anything that's realistic or a model kit, there's no
Like
way
X
that's
Plus,
gonna
I
fit
feel
in the
like
store.
wouldn't fit right. Yeah.
No,
So I don't know.
no.
Yeah, I don't know. Use your ceilings, yeah. And this guy said Cal axes, which is
I
feel like they're
those
similar
are
to
my
Billy's.
rafters because I can't.
Yeah.
I don't have
We'll have to do a whole episode on our displays, and we'll just get people to send in pictures of, like, honestly, I steal ideas from people all the time. So I mean, that's how you get the best collection rooms, is stealing what other people are doing. So yeah. Cool.
It's not
well,
stealing, it's
everybody,
inspiration. You're getting inspiration.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, cool. Thanks everybody for checking us out tonight. I do appreciate it. I know it's Saturday night, but if you're watching it not live, appreciate you watching it. And Coffee and Kaiju will be back probably in a couple of weeks. Not quite sure what we're going to talk about yet, but I'm sure it'll be something interesting. How could it not be? And keep your eyes peeled for the link for the store. I know some people were saying they wanted coffee mugs.
I
and
want to
stuff,
see
so.
that link. I want a shirt. I want a t-shirt.
All right, cool.
Is this
So
where
we'll
we
do all
plug
that stuff?
Is this where we plug our future projects?
Yes. So plug
Okay,
away.
okay. I'm gonna plug away. Next Saturday, Collect All Monsters. We're doing a retrospective on Kaiju Brooklyn and Monster Palooza. If you're at all interested to see what went on at those two conventions, check it out. 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 Eastern,
Pacific?
and we have
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
and we have a
I forgot you're
giveaway.
on.
We have a really cool, very generous collector who donated his entire collection to us to give away one item per
Whoa.
show. And so the next giveaway, I have a picture of it right here. I'll show it to you just in case you're inspired. Hold on a second. Where the hell is it? Okay, this
How about
is
that
what
glow in
it
the dark
is.
M1 maquette behind you?
This
So
is
that's one.
this is what the next giveaway
Oh,
is.
nice.
It's a glow in the dark
M1. Yeah.
M1 GMK Baragon, not Barugon. So please check it out. I'd love to see you guys in the chat room. It's a fun show. We're going to have modeler Greg Better's kind of pinch hit for Leslie. He's not going to be able to make the next show, but love to have you guys come check it out and see what we're all about next Saturday.
Cool. Sounds good. Rich, anything you want to plug? Club Tokyo. Go check it out.
Go to Club Tokyo, buy Nev's shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing both of those things. I'm going to do both of those
I'm
things.
gonna throw it back up on screen right now. Buy this shirt.
Yeah, but not until I buy one.
Yeah, if you don't buy the shirt, you can't complain next year at G Fest that you don't have the shirt to Nev. You're not allowed.
Dumbass will every time.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Nev. Anything else kaiju-y related that
You guys all going to be at G Fest? I know Nev is going.
No,
Rich,
none of us.
I
Well, Nev will
sadly
be, but
can't
yeah.
make it this year either.
Yeah, not
Nev's
this year.
gonna have to
Maybe
represent.
next year. Yeah, maybe next year.
Next year we should all do a big reunion next year. 2020.
Yeah, we're due.
We're
I
due.
think the last time I was there was 2018, so I'm coming up on 10 years, which is
Are you serious?
bonkers.
That long?
Oh, fuck, that's a long time, dude.
Wow.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah, cool. So thanks for watching. Keep your eyes on the channel for other things. If you're into the sound of my voice that talks about non-kaiju related things, you can check out my podcast, Gen X Lounge. Sometimes we talk about Godzilla. Sometimes. Otherwise, I think we are done. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to end it now.
Yeah.
The stream, not anything else. No, let's not get